We're here tonight for a ceremonial occasion, but a very important one because it's also an official act for our board members to be sworn in so that they can, because they are constitutional officers, the state of California, and must be sworn in.
I
I, Joseph DeSalvo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much to Honorable Judge Catherine Lucero, the presiding judge, as she said, of the juvenile court, for coming here this afternoon to swear me in to this office. Judge, the time you made to come here today means a great deal to me. Your passion for the critical work you do is readily observable. I had an opportunity from the SCCUE dais to hear and see the passion when it came to your public comment for the Legacy Charter School. In addition, I clearly felt the passion while in your courtroom in early December with students from my Justice Studies San Jose State University class. I have had the privilege to work with former juvenile court jurists that have made a huge positive difference for our children while presiding over the juvenile court. These stellar individuals come to mind: Judge Len Edwards, Judge Reed Ambler, Judge Patrick Tondreau. I asked the presiding judge of the juvenile court to swear me in this afternoon because my work on this board of trustees is about the success of all children, especially those most marginalized. I began my teaching career, as Judge Lucero referred to many years ago, actually in 1974 at Osborne School at Juvenile Hall. Over 40 years ago, I learned that 70% plus of those incarcerated teenagers read 3 or more years below grade level. Unfortunately, that is still the case today. However, there are far fewer there at Juvenile Hall today than there were when I started as a teacher. There were like 400. Today there are like 87, which is really good. The school-to-prison pipeline, or more accurately referred to as the underfunded school-to-overcrowded prison pipeline, is real. We know high-quality early learning in a 2-year dosage works to increase high school graduation rates and reduce crime and saves $7 to society for every dollar invested. In my next 4 years on this board, I will put the needed sweat equity to ensure passage of a revenue measure to fund the model of early learning for 8,000 3- and 4-year-olds in Santa Clara County that do not have any quality early learning experiences at the present time. I commend the work of my newly elected colleague, Grace Ma. Where are you, Grace? There you are. For her incredible work in this space the last several years. I also thank the SCCUE for stepping up to the plate, John Gundry and his leadership team, to make the reality of a ballot measure real for early learning in 2018. I will work to expand Head Start and state preschool slots and funding through strong advocacy with leadership from the SCCUE. Expanding the Opportunity Youth Academy, slots for these youth 16 to 24 that have already dropped out of school, back to a program where they finally achieve the pride of a high school diploma, will be a focus of my efforts as a trustee. We have about a couple hundred in those programs now. It's new, and we have a need for like 8,000. This is my personal charge the next 4 years. I have been privileged to serve, have the opportunity to serve with my colleagues on this board. Thank you to all who have helped me make this seat on the County Board a reality. And thank you, Dan and Lynn, for coming. Appreciate it very much.
Okay, I, Grace Ma,
I, Grace Ma,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any
mental
mental
reservation,
reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Repeat after me. I
I, Anna Song,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I will take this obligation freely
that I will take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. When I first got elected in year 2000, I never dreamed that I would be serving 5 terms, and so I'm about to enter 5th terms, and I think that makes me first Korean American to be elected in this county, and still is, and probably the longest Korean American serving in the United States. And I have to thank all the past, present, and future board members. Being a trustee is an evolving thing, and at first you think you know something, and you realize that you don't really know much, and you have to rely on your colleagues and for their wisdom. So I want to thank my colleagues and also Superintendent Gundry and our administration and staff for being patient with me and for trustees, because we're volunteers, and doing this work with us and letting us participate in this great work that we do for all kids in our county. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and also Carmen for knowing what I want before I know what I want, and you've been the greatest support, and I know you are that great support for each and every one of us. So every time when we do induction, I want to take an opportunity to thank you for all that you do, hidden and unseen. I thank you. Thank you.
I, Rosemary Kamei,
I, Rosemary Kamei,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
that I will
well and faithfully
well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations, Mom.
Thank you. You know, many of us who do this work, it really is because of the support of family that really help you be the best that you can be. So my husband is en route over here, and my daughter, who I just love, and just if I, you know, there are no words that I can say to the support that I get from her. And so family means a lot to me, and if you don't have that support, it's very, very difficult to spend the late nights and you know, just sort of the obligations of really giving up the time and the energy. So to all of the families here, I just want to say thank you, because it really, really is because of you that we're able to do the work that we do. I also want to say that I am delighted that we're in a very, very important point in time. We have a great working board. We have different ideas, but we work well together. We have a wonderful leadership of a great superintendent in John Gundry. And I think we have a faculty and staff that is really just moving in the right direction. So I want to say thank you so much. And as Anna said, you know, Carmen keeps us on the straight and narrow. So special thank you to Carmen, but everyone works really well, and I'm really looking forward to serving our students and our families in this community. Many of you know that I run an after-school summer school program, and in that program I see how important it is to support the family, support the children, support the students in many different ways. And I know that in the next 4 years I hope to be able to expand on that and work with my colleagues to make this county better for our students. So thank you very much.
I'd like to congratulate all 4 board members, and of course, as a superintendent, I have to stay out of the elections, but of that whole conversation. But I will tell you that when you have a board like this one, and as Rosemary said, you know, the board doesn't always agree on everything, but this is, this is the 3rd school board I've worked with. This is a very high-functioning school board. And serving on a school board is difficult. A lot of people who haven't done it don't understand the commitment that goes into serving on a school board. And it's often a thankless commitment because school board members typically only hear from constituents when they're angry or if they want them to do something. And so they have to manage a lot of conflict and conflicting expectations. And in my opinion, this is really the heart of public service, serving on a board of education. So I don't know if I would do it. I get paid to be here. But they don't, and you know, so they truly are giving of their time and their energy to their community, and get very little in return, other than the satisfaction of knowing that they've made their community a better place. And I was personally very pleased that all 4 board members were reelected, because we do have a high-functioning board. And I'm not saying that just because they're in the room. I truly say that when they're not here, you know, because. People sometimes will say negative things about boards, and even before I came here, I would point out to people what boards really do and the difficulty of serving as a school board member. And this is a particularly high-functioning school board because they're very well educated, they're very thoughtful in their decisions, and even when they disagree, they're respectful and they work well together. So I couldn't, as a superintendent, I couldn't ask for much better. And so congratulations to all of you, and I'm ready for another year.